Hello everyone, I'm MyCat87. I've made some videos in the past about badges in Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door, and while there is a lot to discuss about them, they aren't the only part of TTYD's combat. Another notable factor to how you'll tackle battles throughout the game are the partners you decide to use. In this video, I'll go over each partner's capabilities in battle and state which I think to be the overall best. As always, this is my opinion, so you may not completely agree with me. Also keep in mind that this is based solely on how good the partner is in battle. Any other factors were not taken into consideration. With all that said, let's dive in, starting with the first partner in the game, Goombella. Goombella's 4 moves are Head Bonk, Tattle, Multi-Bonk, and Rally Wink. She has 30 HP and 3 attack at Ultra rank. Her first move, Head Bonk, is a pretty good base move, as it's one of the few that hits more than once, resulting in attack plus badges being more useful than usual on her. Tattle, while convenient, has no application for those who already know enemy HP and can keep track of it. Her last 2 moves though are what make her so useful. Multi-Bonk is literally just power bounce except as a partner attack. As such, using attack plus badges can cause Multi-Bonk to utterly destroy single targets. It's undeniably the best partner attack when it comes to dealing large amounts of damage to one target. Rally Wink is also a very useful move. Allowing Mario to attack twice is a very nice option to have if Mario could make better use of that turn. It particularly shines when Mario can deal a lot of damage, such as when he is in peril with a Mega S equipped. Overall, Goombella is a great partner in battle and definitely a contender for the best. Koops is the second partner you get. He has Shell Toss, Power Shell, Shell Shield, and Shell Slam. He has below average HP and attack, even at Ultra rank, but he's also the only partner to naturally have defense. This can come in handy against enemies without piercing attacks. Shell Toss is overall a subpar based move, as it only can target ground enemies that are in the front, and it doesn't do a whole lot of damage. Power Shell can be a nice move since it doesn't cost much FP and targets all enemies, although Multi-Bounce can often do its job better. Shell Shield is where Koops really comes in handy. It's one of the best defensive options in the game. It will absorb any full attack before breaking, even if it reaches 0 HP mid-attack. It'll prevent stats ailments, and it's overall does a great way to protect Mario. Shell Slam pierces defense, which can make it good for taking out multiple defensive ground enemies. Koops can be knocked over by certain attacks, which makes him risky for some fights, but he's still a solid partner. Fleury is next. She has Body Slam, Gale Force, Lip Lock, and Dodgy Fog. She has a solid amount of HP as well, reaching up to 35 at Ultra rank. I'd say Body Slam is a decent base attack. It can deal some good damage, but it doesn't benefit quite as much as Head Bonk when attack plus badges are equipped. Gale Force can be nice for some regular battles, as well as boss add-ons, such as Gross X's and especially Cortez's weapons, as it removes them permanently. Lip Lock pierces defense and rage HP, making Fleury even better for tanking attacks. Dodgy Fog can give Mario some good evasion, but it's definitely not the kind of thing you want to rely on, since it won't always work very well. Overall, Fleury can be a pretty nice partner for taking hits and healing the damage off with Lip Lock. But beyond that, there's not a whole lot else going for her. Generally, partners don't need a lot of HP, as there are several of them, all with different health pools. She's definitely not the worst partner, but she doesn't really match the offensive capability of Goombella or the defensive capability of Koops. Yoshi has Ground Pound, Gulp, Mini Egg, and Stampede as his moves. His base HP and attack are around average. Ground Pound can be a great base move as it hits many times, making it devastating with enough attack power. Even without attack buffs, it still does a solid 4 damage at base rank, making it stronger than any other base move so far if the enemy has no defense. It's not as strong as Multi-Bonk, but it costs no FP, which can be very nice. Gulp covers one of the weaknesses of his other moves, as it pierces defense. It does only work on some enemies, but it's still a nice option. Mini Egg almost completely outclasses Swing Stomp, as it gives multiple chances to swing a single target while also dealing good damage, especially with attack plus badges. Stampede, while a bit expensive, can be a very powerful multi-target move, as it pretty much functions as Ground Pound, except it hits all enemies. It's capable of utterly destroying wave after wave of standard enemies. Overall, Yoshi is another great partner. He has a pretty diverse set of moves, all of which can be quite useful. Vivian is next. She has Shade Fist, Veil, Fiery Jinx, and Infatuate. Shade Fist is a unique move, as it's the only base move capable of inflicting status, but it unfortunately suffers from having below average attack. There are some times where the burn may be helpful, but more often than not, pure offense is favorable. Veil can be nice for avoiding charge attacks, such as Loomtail's Mega Breath, but it takes up a lot of turns, so it's usually not of much use outside of that. Fire Jinx can be a decent multi-target move. It gets the job done, but there are usually better or cheaper options, such as Stampede, Power Shell, and Multi-Bounce. Infatuate is one of the better ways to inflict confusion. Confusion is a fun way to mess with your enemies, but like Dodgy Fog, it's not very reliable. None of Vivian's moves are all that useful, but it's still a partner that may be helpful from time to time. Bobbery has Bomb, Bomb Squat, Hold Fast, and Bombast. He has the highest HP of any partner. As I said with Fleury, partner HP does not need to be super high, since there are so many partners and then facing doesn't cause you to lose. Bomb is rather limited in where it can target, similarly to Shell Toss, as only the front ground foe can be hit. It still does some good damage though. Bomb Squad is a very unique move. Since it can be positioned anywhere, there are some good strategic possibilities with it. Unfortunately, there's no way to increase the damage it does, as attack buffs won't affect it. It's still a move worth exploring, though. Hold Fast requires Bobby to take damage for it to work, making it have the same problems as badges like Pity Flower and Return Postage. Bombast is a pretty strong multi-target move that can even flip enemies, but it's very costly in FP. As such, it usually isn't worth it when other cheaper multi-target moves are a thing. Bobby certainly has a couple of unique moves, but is generally held back by a lack of efficient attacking options. The last partner to talk about is Miss Mouse. Her moves are Love Slap, Kiss Thief, Tease, and Smooch. She generally has below average HP and attack. As nice as she is for finding items and badges within the game, I'd probably never use her in a serious battle. Her moves are pretty lacking. Love Slap can pierce defense, but it has fairly low base attack and doesn't recover much star power. This being her only attacking option puts her in a rather bad spot. Kiss Thief is nice for farming extra badges, but it has no application when it comes to actually battling, as it does nothing else. Tease is another status move that isn't reliable and often won't do a lot of good, and Smooch is ridiculously overpriced. Why would anybody want to spend 10 FP to recover 10 HP when Sweet Treat exists? Ultimately, Mouse's moves are just very lackluster, and it's not hard to see why people consider her the worst partner when it comes to battling. Based on everything I've said so far, there's a pretty clear top 3. Goombella, Koops, and Yoshi. I find myself using all 3 of these partners a lot. Now it's time to determine which of these 3 is the best. The easiest one to eliminate is Koops. He's definitely a solid partner, especially when it comes to defensive strategies, but Goombella and Yoshi are just overall better. Between Goombella and Yoshi, it's actually pretty hard for me to decide which is better. Even the challenger and community in general is somewhat divisive on which to choose. Goombella is definitely the strongest partner when it comes to pure offense, but even though Yoshi isn't quite as good at raw damage, he overall has more diverse moves that maybe prove more useful for other things. In the end, the partner that I think is the strongest in battle is Yoshi. As I said, both Goombella and Yoshi are great partners, but Yoshi just barely wins for me. Having access to fairly potent offense, shrinking, and defense piercing makes him useful in a lot of different situations. If you want nothing more than pure single target damage, Goombella is probably a better option, but Yoshi overall has a wider variety of uses, so in the end I consider Yoshi to be the strongest partner in Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. I hope you enjoyed this video. Which partner do you think is the strongest in Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door? Feel free to let me know. As always, I plan on making more Paper Mario related videos, so if there's anything you want me to cover in a future video, feel free to tell me. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.